No. I got you.
Yo, get out! No! Get out! Drop the knife!
Hi everyone, Donut here. I got sun on one side of my face today. Oh, that's cool. Like always, we're going to be taking a look at some people who made very bad decisions. Decisions that led to guns going off and people hitting the ground. Some with more holes in them than the good Lord intended.
Wait, I've heard that sound before.
First, we are going to go through a bunch of footage that the NYPD just dropped. One incident involves NYPD officers fighting off a knife attack in probably one of the worst tactical locations you could ever think of. Another video we're going to take a look at is an officer mag dumping a murder suspect at close range. You know your favorite videos. But first, a word from our sponsor. This video is brought to you by Sheath Underwear. They might just look like regular undies, but they are way different. See, there was this US Army soldier named Robert Patton on his second deployment to Iraq, and he was like, holy shit, I'm really tired of my balls sticking to my legs. So he developed some really comfortable underwear with a ball pouch. I've been using these things for a couple years now, and I gotta say they're super freaking comfortable and come in cool colors. Oh my god, look at all the options that you have to keep your balls snug. The material these things are made of is awesome. It's moisture wicking and breathable. It's got a hole. I'm wearing some right now. Look, they have over 10,000 5-star reviews and a money-back guarantee if you have any issues at all. Whether you're sitting at a desk, working out, or doing hood rat in Iraq, you can get 20% off by going to sheathunderwear.com/donut. Make your balls super comfy with Sheath. What better place to start than a good old-fashioned homemade mag dump? Now that I'm thinking about it, it's not today's only mag dump. But wait, there's more. December 5th, 2024, Brooklyn, New York, 2:55 p.m. A shooting was reported in Brooklyn. Witnesses saw a 21-year-old male firing some shots and then jumping into a black Honda Accord, then speeding off. He was the passenger, so there's a getaway driver involved too. Officers in the area were flagged down by a witness who described the car and even gave a license plate number. Good job, random citizen. Of course, officers put out a bolo. Yo, there's someone in a black Honda Accord who was just shooting a gun. But wait, guns are illegal in New York. How could this happen? Turns out the shooting is not the only thing that this fella was wanted for. He's tied to another shooting that happened last year in March, where someone shot another man in the chest several times and then fled the scene. So we've got officers on the hunt for an armed suspect who's already proven he's willing to kill.
He's a good boy.
Now, about 15 minutes later, officers spotted the murder Honda. They attempted to pull the vehicle over, but of course, as always, especially around these here parts, the driver didn't want to be pulled over. They took off, but the thing about high-speed chases in downtown New York is they don't always work out.
Traffic?
The chase ended right into the bumper of a Mercedes when the Honda crashed into it. Then officers moved in. As one of the officers walks up to the vehicle, the passenger opens the door. Remember, the passenger was the guy that just fired several shots. And he was not in the mood to cooperate. Instead, this happens. That was really quick, but basically, here's what happened was. Bad guy points a gun at cop's head. The cop responds by unloading an entire magazine. Nice.
Nice. Nice.
It's simple as that. But since it was kind of hard to tell what was going on, let's watch it slow down a little bit. I mean, just don't point guns at cops. You'll live a little bit longer. And that wasn't the only officer helping this fella meet Jesus. Probably not Jesus. As this mag dump was happening, another officer was coming around the other side of the vehicle. You might have noticed a woman running from the driver's side of the Honda. This was the suspect's baby mama, and now an accomplice to murder. Oh, and their 3-year-old child was with them.
Yeah, she's gunning for Mother of the Year.
I would say they're not very good parents, or people in general. The baby mama was struck by gunfire. She survived, and thank God the poor little 3-year-old was not hit at all. As for our Father of the Year, he was transported to the hospital where sadly he passed away after they found 17 gunshots on his body. He probably died of COVID. bed. His handgun and one of those pesky little extended magazines was found, which is strange too because those are illegal in New York. What's happening? Overall, this is a pretty easy one. Dude was on the run for murder and pointed a gun at an officer. Of course, some people are complaining about the 19 shots fired, 17 which hit, but like every other time an officer dumps a mag, you just keep shooting until the threat is gone. When they're not moving, they can't shoot you. Crazy. And now for the main event. This guy hasn't officially been named a serial killer, but he kinda is. Hear me out. September 13th, 2024, Brooklyn, New York, 5:24 p.m. Some more chaos happening in Brooklyn. NYPD's warrant squad, who are kind of like jump out boys, are tracking down a 38-year-old suspect who was wanted in the brutal murder of 3 people. A 66-year-old woman, a 54-year-old woman, and a 24-year-old man. One of which officials say he was having a sexual relationship with, but didn't state who.
Let's move on.
Police get a tip that he was hiding inside of an apartment, so they move in.
Where?
I'm behind you, bro.
NYPD warrant squad.
Say what you will about the apartment that they're in, but to me it looks like that crazy f***ing apartment from the movie Seven. You know, that weird creepy little hole that Kevin Spacey was living in. Seems like he hides in a lot of holes these days.
I showed you exactly what people are capable of.
I can't help but to notice when they're trying to move that lady out of the apartment, we get to see the most unbothered cat in the history of cats.
Yo, check. Stay there, stay there, stay there.
Stay watching the hallway. Stay watching the hallway.
NYPD warrant squad, hands, hands, hands.
Step out.
Hands, come on, get
Hands,
hands up.
step out. Step out of the room. Who else is in the room?
It's just me.
Okay, step out of the room, dear. Come this way. Come this way.
No, get out.
Come this way.
I don't think that cat's had his software update in a while because he doesn't seem to give a shit about the giant strangers in its house. I kind of feel bad that such a chill cat has to live in a shithole that's held together by duct tape, garbage, and junkie sweat.
I'm calling Peter.
Moving on. The officers have to get the woman out of the apartment, which is kind of a fight in itself. She's more worried about lying to the officers and her cell phone than the fucking psycho that's living in the apartment.
Yo, check. Stay there, stay there, stay there.
Stay watching the hallway. Stay watching the hallway.
NYPD warrant squad, hands, hands, hands.
Step out.
Hands, come on, get
Hands,
hands up.
step out. Step out of the room. Who else is in the room?
It's just me.
Okay, step out of the room, dear. Come this way. Come this way.
No, get out.
Come this way.
My phone?
Let's go. No,
Come
get
this
out.
way.
Get out. Get out.
Way.
Step out.
Eventually, they get her out and start to clear the apartment.
Good. Yep. No.
And holy shit, let me stop right there for a second. Did you happen to notice the bathroom that locks from the outside? Yep, that's a padlock. I think these officers have the right place.
Marty, this is the place.
Can this be any more of a murder house?
We have a serial killer.
I guess in New York, serial killers don't exactly have the luxury of a basement or like a shed in the woods. They just gotta work with what they've got. They're an industrious people.
Gentrification wins again.
So it's fair to say maybe the guy you're looking for is in there. Let's see.
No. I got you.
Yo, get out! No! Get out! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Drop the knife!
That's a bingo.
How fun!
We have our knife-wielding maniac. Problem is, this may be the worst spot for officers to take contact from a guy with a knife. Let's go and follow one of the officers at the back of the stack. You're gonna be able to get a better look as to what I'm talking about.
Yo, get out! No! Get out! Hands! Drop the knife!
Officers are just jammed into that one tiny little doorway and it is chaos. There's a couple of officers accidentally flagging each other and it makes my skin crawl a little bit. Makes my skin crawl a little bit more than the murder apartment. I'm really glad we can't smell through the screen. One of the worst flags I saw was from the officer holding the shield. Take a look.
Yo, get out! No! Get out! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Give me the knife!
Right at the other officer's head. It's hard to watch, but I kind of understand it's a chaotic situation, and there's a dude with a knife. Let's work on the muzzle discipline, boys. Continuing, they're still in the Dahmer apartment. They got to get this guy out of there. After they find the suspect, the officers order him about 100 times to drop the knife and come out. When he doesn't, they decide to go the non-lethal approach, of course, with a taser. Maybe it'll work. Who knows? Tasers are lottery guns. Sometimes you win.
No, where's the shield, bro?
Drop the knife.
Where is he?
He's right behind this wall, bro. He's right behind the wall.
Move.
Shield.
Shield first.
Face it.
Watch out, Mikey.
I can't see.
Yo, drop the knife! Put the knife on the ground! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! You will get tased or shot! Drop the knife!
Well, that didn't hit. The cops bet on black, and guess what? It was red. This is a new type of taser fill, though. Check this out. The guy was able to throw what looked to be hairspray or bug spray, hitting the taser, disabling it. From the looks of the apartment and the creepy crawlies I saw in there already, it's probably not bug spray.
Definitely not.
That can only mean these officers are up against some kind of Rat King final boss. Even he knows tasers don't work and can be easily deflected by throwing things at cops. Or a thin white t-shirt.
I'll get you!
Apparently, being able to deflect a taser gave him a boost of confidence, because as soon as he disables the taser, he rushes straight at the cops.
What?
He comes charging at the officers and gets way too close to stabbing them. At that point, they didn't really have much of a choice. 3 officers opened fire and ended the threat. He was taken to the hospital where, oh no, he died. No officers were seriously hurt, although one was struck in the head with a bottle outside of the apartment because a crowd had gathered and they were angry. How dare you arrest the nice man that lived in that apartment, they said. One officer was hit in the head with a bottle as police pulled Jean-Baptiste out of the building and was taken to a local hospital. Which is a weird thing about New York. I'm just kidding, that's not weird about New York. They defend stupid shit like this.
We all want to die!
Imagine being mad that cops got pretty much a serial killer off the streets. Let's be honest, he was gonna kill some more people.
Congratulations, you still suck.
Well, that's it for today's video, boys and girls. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Were the officers too tough on the creepy man with a knife? Should they have hugged him first and asked him nicely to step outside? Perhaps given him a blankie and a hot bowl of soup? You can help support the channel and see my uncensored footage by going over to pepperbox.tv. You can go to donutoperator.com or follow me on every other social media platform. Until next time, everyone, please have a fantastic day.
Backer.